whatever it is you identify as, you also have to learn to respect the blueprint.
Get your money, sis, fuck a hater. Get your money, sis, get your weight up. Making money move, I ain't mad at you. Yeah, it's all about the cream and getting money, sis. Get your money, sis, fuck a hater.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to 2 Cent Tuesdays with Jenny, where you will be getting my unsolicited, unapologetic opinion about what's going on in the world today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I post a new video. And you might as well go ahead and give this video a big old thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get right into today's topic. This is a video I have been dreading to do because I really hate talking about this topic, because you have to be so cautious of what you say to the point where you can't even really express how you really feel without the fear of being canceled and catching backlash. So let's just get right into it. Comedian / content creator Jess has been going back and forth with the trans community over a TikTok stitch. A young trans woman was addressing the fact that women, natural born women, are basically gatekeeping periods and womanhood as if we own it and it's not for everyone, or it's not an exclusive thing and we're trying to gatekeep it. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the clip that can better explain what the young lady had to say.
This is what I mean when the transphobia just comes out, the audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood. You don't. Okay, you don't own periods, you don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person, but as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you, so you can't gatekeep it. Like, hello?
In response to this comment, Jess stitched the video, and she then had this to say.
Who the fuck is gonna stand up for us? Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that.
This video went viral, and many members of the trans community, the LGBTQ community, everyone was in defense mode and had a lot of things to say about Jess Hilarious. Even Jess Madison, also a well-known public figure who is also a trans woman, activist for the community, she had quite a few things to say about Jess Hilarious. And even actress Angelica Ross had a lot to say about Jess Hilarious. And it has been an ongoing feud for a while now. And there are a lot of women who feel like they stand with Jess Hilarious because as women, we do need to stand up for ourselves. And then a lot of people of the trans community also feel like it was hateful, it was transphobic. And it's just been a back and forth crazy madness. It's become so big that the issue is not even about women having a menstrual cycle and the fact that trans women, don't. I don't even think the argument is about the menstrual cycle anymore or womanhood. But I want to discuss that for a second. I don't really want to discuss the back and forth about what Jess Hilarious said and what they said in response, and the hatred that's going back and forth between these people. It's just not even, I don't want to get too deep into it. But of course, you know, we're all here. We all have an opinion. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about the situation. Women, do you feel like, you know, as biological women, we have the right to address when trans women say things like we're gatekeeping our periods and, you know, we're gatekeeping womanhood? Do you feel the need to defend yourself when it comes to that? Or do you feel like we should just embrace the fact that they too are women, and womanhood is clearly not just for cisgendered women? Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, and I'm going to go ahead and drop my 2 cents in on the situation. If you guys cannot already tell, like, I'm trying to be very careful with what I say, because again, I do want to be respectful to everyone and not say anything that's going to offend a community of people. However, Jess Hilarious delivery was a little harsh, but I don't disagree with what she is saying. You know, when I saw the video of the trans woman stating that periods are not just for us and we're not the only ones that get periods, and it was just like, what? I mean, if you want to have a period, go ahead and have a period. You sure you want this? Because a lot of us women don't even want to have periods, but we have them, and that's just how life is. And I don't even see the purpose or the point in arguing with someone about something that naturally happens for us. The fact that there was a point in time where, you know, women often, especially black women, often stood side by side with the LGBT community, often supporting that community, and now it's becoming an issue where everybody is bashing heads. And I feel like because a lot of statements are being made in specifically from the younger generation of trans women, who sometimes sounds like they are trying to bash cisgendered women, as if they are doing it better or can be better at being a woman. And it's like, it's not even about that. I don't even know why that's even a topic or a discussion. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm completely educated on the trans community. I don't know everything about it. I support the LGBTQ community. I support trans people, and I respect who you want to be identified as, and that's just the bottom line. But you know, there's a lot of times where we are now being called cis women or cisgendered. And it's like, the same way they want to be respected and identified as how they want to be identified, a lot of us cisgendered people never agreed to be cisgendered people and don't identify as cisgendered. We identify as a man or a woman or female or male, and I don't think we should be called transphobic or any of those things because we want to be identified as what we are. Again, I'm not going to get into the science part of it, this part, the religion. That's not the topic of discussion. I just don't understand, you know, why everyone can't respect each other. Let's all respect each other and who we identify as and what we have and what parts we have and what our bodies can do and can't do. Let's just all respect that. Like, I really hate to see this because I'm a huge fan of Jess Hilarious. I'm also a huge fan of T.S. Madison. And I love my girl Angelica Rose. I watch everything she damn near played in. Pose, American Horror Story. Like, it's unfortunate that these women cannot have a civilized conversation in how to respect each other's boundaries. And it's just unfortunate, and I feel like with Just Hilarious now being on the huge platform like the Breakfast Club, not permanent, but it's giving permanent soon. Maybe, and they just had Laverne Cox on the show, but this was prior to this whole back and forth, and it's like maybe someone does need to come on the show and let's have this open dialogue. We're living in a world where times are changing, things are changing around us, and yes, a lot of us who grew up old school and knows only one way of things, yes, some of us do need to educate ourselves on how to respect others and understand that this is the reality that we're living in. This is some people's lifestyle. This is how they identify. But at the same time, those who identify as trans, whatever it is you identify as, you also have to learn to respect the blueprint. And that's no tea, no shade. Everybody has to respect each other, and that's just the bottom line. Because, you know, I think a trigger for the trans community probably was the fact that Just Hilarious used words like real women, biological women. If that's how we identify, that's how we identify. And I don't think anything is wrong with that. I don't want to be called a cisgender woman. I don't want to be called a birthing person. I don't want to be called, I don't want my vagina to be called a bonus hole. You know, someone actually sent me something and asked me to discuss it, and again, I shied away from it because it's not a topic I'm comfortable speaking about. But it's like, no, I have a vagina, I'm a woman, I'm a female, I have a menstrual cycle, I bleed, I have my period, I can bear children, hopefully. And that's just what it is. I don't even understand what are we really arguing about. You know, women have it hard enough as it is. Black women in particular. And it doesn't make sense to now have to fight against trans women to defend who we are and what we represent. And it's just becoming ridiculous. At the end of the day, I'm not going to apologize for having to experience what a woman would experience in life. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. As always, I thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all follow me on all of my social medias. Everything will be in the descriptions down below. Don't forget to shop my books. Inherited Dysfunction Part 1 and 2 is also in the description. Hit that link ASAP. And Jenny is out.